What's up guys? I wanted to go over some of my favorite gear for the year. As you guys know, I spent a lot of time running and a lot of time trying out new gear, and I quickly learned which gear is my favorite and what gear is what gear I don't really like. And so I wanted to quickly go over some and give some recommendations for you, for either yourself or for someone that you're trying to buy a gift for this year. If you watched my most recent video, you know my favorite trail shoe for the year is the Salomon Ultra Glides. I would highly recommend these shoes for anyone, whether you're just getting into running or whether you've been running for a long time. I don't think you'll be upset or disappointed with these shoes in any way. Second off, a new brand that I tried out just recently, and they actually reached out to me to become an ambassador. The brand is 10,000, and I tried out their Far shorts. They made these in partnership with Rich Roll, so they are made out of sustainable material, recycled material, and Rich Roll is a seasoned trail runner, and so he knows exactly what to do when he's designing shorts, and it showed in these shorts. I mean, everything's great, from the elastic band to the liner. I have no complaints with these shorts, other than I do wish that they had a 3-inch option. There was only a 5-inch option, and I like to run in 3-inch inseam shorts. And if you're interested, I do have a discount code this year, 2021. They're doing a special, and my discount code will work on top of their discount. So if you use Stuart15 when you're checking out, you'll get an additional 15% off your purchase. So that's a pretty good deal, and it helps me as well. So I would appreciate you if you used my discount code. Next up is a recommendation, and I don't necessarily have a brand recommendation. This is a Salomon windbreaker, but I'm just recommending windbreakers in general. I think they are an essential part of any runner's gear setup because of two things. They are a great outer shell, and when you need to shed that shell, if it gets too hot, you can pack these away into almost nothing. They pack down and fit in any pack. And the reason I like Salomon ones is because on the zipper here, they have a button. So you can snap this together, and then when it gets a little too warm, you can unzip it a little bit down to about right here, and the wind can get in and cool you down, but it's not flapping everywhere while you're running. And I think that's a huge bonus to have that button right there. And then if it gets cold again, you just zip it back up and you're good to go. Next up is another jacket, but it's not a windbreaker. This is the Essential Lightwarm hooded jacket. I love this jacket. It is the perfect amount of warmth for temperatures between 35 degrees all the way down to about 20. This jacket's awesome, and it zips all the way up to your chin so that you get protection from the wind, and the wind doesn't come down the top of the jacket. I honestly think it's one of my favorite jackets that I've ever run in. My favorite long sleeve running shirt is the Far shirt by 10,000. This is the perfect amount of breathability and warmth. I would use this shirt for anything under 40 degrees down to about 32. At under 32, I'd probably wear another layer, but this is a solid shirt. It's very nicely made, and like I said, they made any of the Far models or any of the Far branded stuff on 10,000. They made it in partnership with Rich Roll, and so it's made with sustainable material, so it's recycled and environmentally conscious. So guilt-free shopping with the Far collection on 10,000. My favorite running shirt this year is the XA Camo tee by Salomon. This running shirt is awesome because it's incredibly breathable. I think it looks really cool with the camo pattern. As you can see, it's got a bunch of holes. It's super breathable on the back, up on kind of the upper part of your back, and then down the sides. There's holes all down the sides, so it's incredibly breathable. And this shirt is really long. I've noticed that there's a fair amount of running shirts that I own that are always a little too short, and it bothers me. This shirt is nice and long, and it's not baggy either. So this is my favorite running shirt this year. As a close second is the short-sleeved version of the Far shirt by 10,000. And as I mentioned, if you're looking for a discount, please use my discount code Stuart15 on that one. It's not my favorite, but it's probably in the top 3, and I have had no problems with it. The only reason I chose the XA Camo shirt is because it is a little bit longer, and I really preferred that. Outside of that, the Far shirt by 10,000 is just as breathable and just as nice. Next up, I'm going to talk about my favorite running hats. These are the Byron hats, B-Y-R-O-N, from Ogden made, and I have probably 20 running hats, and so I know what I like, and I don't say this lightly. This is the best running hat I've ever put on my head. I love, it's got the moisture wicking headband around the inside, the flat bill, it's packable, so if you smash it or crumple it up, it's just gonna retain its form. I've used this one all summer and I loved it so much I went and got another one in black. I honestly think that even though that the brand is Ogden made, you don't need to live in Ogden or be from Ogden to wear this hat. I would highly recommend this, and at 35 bucks, that's a pretty reasonably priced gift for someone that you wanna, for a runner if you're looking for a gift. Another reasonably priced gift is our Stance running socks. I've had this pair specifically for more than 3 years. Their running specific Stance socks are phenomenal. I like the crew length and they fit perfectly. They last long. Honestly, I could not say enough positive things about Stance running socks. I even signed up for their subscription, so I get 2 pairs every month. Another reasonably priced gift is a neck gaiter, is what some people call them, or a buff. Depends on what you call them. This one's from Ogden made. It only costs like 15 bucks. It's a incredibly useful piece of gear. I wear one around my head and to keep my ears warm because it's thin enough that I can put a hat on top of that. And then on really cold days, I'll wear another one around my neck to keep the wind out from getting down inside my jacket. Super cheap, super affordable gift. It's a good stocking stuffer if you need one. Next up is a piece of gear that I use every single day. There's probably, unless I'm running with a vest, which is probably once a week or less, I will be running with this waist pack. This is the Naked running belt, and I love this belt because it can fit so much, and it's really well made in that I can put a soft flask in there, my phone, my wallet, a bunch of other stuff, and it doesn't bounce. I don't understand how they made it like that, but seriously, I can pack so much stuff in there and I never have to worry about losing it, and I never have to worry about bounce or chafing coming from the bounce, because there is none. And so once again, I would highly recommend this. It even has loops. If you run with trekking poles, you can store your trekking poles. So highly recommend this piece of gear. Again, keeping this trend with the cheaper gift ideas right now, this is probably the cheapest and weirdest gift that I would recommend, and it's these really cheap gloves that I bought on Amazon. I have run in so many different kinds of gloves and none of them will compare to these. It's like, they're like having socks on your hands. That's the best I can get to it. Like, they're not waterproof. They're not any specific material. I think they're just made of cotton, and you can get I think I got 10 pairs of these for 15 bucks on Amazon, but I swear by these. They're the perfect weight, so that like they're breathable, but at the same time they keep your hands warm, because some of the other gloves I've run in, they're hot at the beginning and my hands will sweat and then they freeze if it gets windy or if it gets cold when I get up higher on the mountain. So highly recommend these. If you're gonna go with a little bit more technical kind of running gloves, these are from Salomon, but I couldn't find them on their website anymore, so I don't know if they make them. But like, they're fingerless gloves, but then they have this windproof mitten casing that you can put over top. So if you want to look for a more technical kind of glove, this one is my go-to for the really cold months or the really cold days. But even then, I have some of these hand sock kind of gloves underneath this This is the Petzl Binidi, I think is what you call it. It's a really small, I mean, it's tiny, and the strap is just a string, a stretchy string. But I have actually really liked this headlamp. And it has 3 brightness settings, so it's kind of like a dim one, and then a middle, and then a really bright one. But I have really liked this because of how light it is. The other headlamp that I have is another Petzl one, and this one is big and bulky, but it has a crazy good battery life, and it's significantly brighter, and it has the reactic light on it. So essentially, if I'm looking down close to the ground, like right in front of me, it spreads the light out and diffuses it, I think is the word, across the ground. But then if I lift up and I look into the distance, it turns into more of a spotlight. It narrows in that light and shoots it far, and I absolutely love this one. But this one's expensive. This is looking at around 120, I think, and this headlamp is only like 45. And I use this one a lot more than I use this one, because this one's heavy duty. If I'm not, I have to crank it down pretty tight on my head for it to not bounce. So this is for like the days where I need like a lot of light and I'm gonna be going for a long time in the dark. This is my everyday go-to headlamp. Quickly, as a bonus, I thought I'd give a shout out to this zip up hoodie that I'm wearing. This is made by 10,000. This is called their Midweight Tech hoodie, and I absolutely love it. So it's not a running jacket by any means, it's more just like an everyday jacket. But I also really like that this brand isn't all over the hoodie. Like, there's no branding. The only branding is right here on the sleeve, and I really like the look of it. I really like the feel of it, and I thought it would be kind of a bonus thing. And once again, if you're gonna buy anything from 10,000, use my discount code. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was useful. If it was, let me know, and I'll keep doing stuff like this. If not, just let me know in the comments. And thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.